Okay, so to start our raw feeding extravaganza, we actually start off with a list that has the appropriate amount for each animal. And I've got a cutting board here that I can throw in the dishwasher when I'm done, some shears, a scale that just costs about 10 bucks at HEB, some gloves, got my meat. And what we do is actually, when we get the meat, it comes to us whole and frozen. So we buy it in 50 or 60 pound box whole frozen meat. So when we get it, we actually separate everything, and that way we've got it ready to go. Whenever we are ready to feed the dogs, then we just take out our individual meat product that we want to use, we defrost it, and then we cut it that day into our individual sizes. What we do at Natural Carnivore is actually take the meats and make them into even smaller, if you like, individual size portions. So then all you have to do is take out a couple of days worth supply, thaw it out, and you're ready to go. You just drop it in your dog's bowl. So this is what a lamb breast rib looks like. So this actually has bone in it, as you can see here. It's got quite a lot of fat, so we usually trim these when we give it to the dogs and try to get some of that fat off. But today I've already got some that are already prepared. So we take our chunks of meat and we weigh those. So each dog will get the appropriate amount of bone and meat. We don't use a lot of lamb just because it is very rich. We tend to use more turkey and chicken, a lot of chicken, and we do use quite a bit of beef and beef heart. So I'm going to demonstrate here. I'm going to take a little bit of this rib for the smaller dog, which is Ollie, and he is 12 pounds, so he really doesn't need a lot. But because he's a growing boy, he does get probably more than what you would think. Then we've got some turkey breasts, so they're both going to get a little bit of turkey also. So we've got enough of just the meat without bone for each dog, and then a little bit of meat with bone for each dog. Some people feed these meals separately and will give bone in the evening when they get home from work. They might have a little more time to supervise, and the meat without bone, usually they are able to eat really quickly. So the bone meat, a lot of people choose to feed that separately. And I've also got a little bit of beef liver here, which I buy either beef or chicken liver, and I get that usually just from my local supermarket. And I'll let you take a look here. That is beef liver, and the dogs will eat this usually by itself, but because it's also pretty rich, they don't need a lot of it at once, or they can get an upset tummy. So I give each of them about an ounce of that, usually once or twice a week, just depending on what their needs are. So I'm just going to actually cut that up into individual pieces there and put that with my meals. So now we are ready to go. I'm actually going to deglove a hand here so that I can carry the camera. And you can see that all of the dogs are ready for their meals. They're waiting for me. And I do feed my dogs outside when the weather's nice. So they are expecting me to get that to them as quickly as possible. So we'll start with Ollie. And as you can see, they all know that they're going to eat. And he pretty much devours his turkey. Wait. Now, We've got Sissy, Jake, Murray. Sissy will get hers. So she eats the liver pretty quickly. Then she's got the turkey. And we've got enough for Jake. And Jake's actually going to get a bigger piece of lamb because he likes to chew his food. And finally we've got Murray, who doesn't even let me get it to the ground. And he takes his off. And as you can see, they have great chewing